Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, whenever you see this. Good whatever to you. I'm sitting here enjoying a hot cup of coffee. It is by a brand I do not know, so therefore they are not a sponsor. I am thinking a little bit this morning about something I shared yesterday on a YouTube short about, it was a quote by Aisha. I said Taylor, it's Tyler, screwed that up. But it was inspired by something she shared with Tim Ferriss in his book about our need to say no more often. And I shared this video and I got a really interesting reaction from a few people. One specifically said, well, how do you know when you say no, some pun intended, that you aren't somehow supposed to do what you're being asked to do? And I thought, man, it's really a good question. And I was thinking back to sort of my own life where I've committed to do things that I really didn't want to do. I have agreed reluctantly, although not visibly reluctantly, but in my mind reluctantly, when somebody's asked me for a favor, guidance, advice, pick my brain, show up, help them move, do something, with them that I'm really just not into. And the interesting thing about that is I can go back to almost each and every one of those particular circumstances, and I can directly attribute my saying yes out of a sense of obligation, not out of a sense of want to or need. And what I realized after this question got posed to me yesterday, there is this fear of missing out. There's this fear of looking bad. There is this fear of judgment when we say no. And that is, my friend, a problem. So this thing's supposed to be following me, but it's not following me. Well, what the hell, man? What the hell? I don't understand. Let's see. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Better seen over here, my bonsai. So anyway, there's this sense of obligation that we often feel, and we're worried about saying no because it's how we look or how we might come across to someone else. And that is the first problem, is worrying about what other people think. It's great that somebody thinks enough about you to actually say, hey, I want you to participate in this thing, or I really need your advice or your guidance. But if it is not something that you're really committed to doing, that it lights you up, that you feel the burn inside the belly, or you just have this overwhelming sense that, yeah, that's a yes for me, then it's definitely a no. And so when I was thinking about this fear of missing out and what people really are struggling with, it's because most of the time we don't really get good at saying no, protecting ourselves, from the things that really aren't fulfilling us or aren't helping us in that moment. And I know that sounds extremely selfish, but it's really not. Really, at the end of the day, the thing that you have to concentrate and focus on is protecting your time. It's the only asset and resource that you have. And so when you're asked to do something that just isn't resonating, that becomes a huge problem because it is taking you away from something that you really should be focusing on. So it was kind of interesting. I popped open this morning. I went into my studio, got in early today because I threw out my back yesterday, so I didn't go to the gym. Long story. I actually looked on my board, and one of the last topics that I had to record on, and again, completely unbeknownst to me yesterday when I recorded this, was, is it a definite yes or is it a definite no? Definitely yes means something that you feel in here, beep, 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 in the heart, in the gut, in the brain. I want to do this. I am in. I'm 100% committed, my friend. And the definite no is, do I have to? Do I want to? No. Do I feel like I need to? Probably, but I don't really want to. That is a definite no. So rather than feel so committed and obligated, protect your time. Because saying no to something else means that you're saying yes to yourself. Putting your time, energy, and focus on the things that matter, the things that are truly important. And I am looking for things that I can definitely say yes to because I want to be there, or I want to do it, or I want to contribute, I want to add value. And everything else is just flat out going to be definitely a no. Definitely a no. And I'm not going to be guilty about it, nor should you. All right, think about that. let me know your thoughts. I'm curious because, this shouldn't just be a one-way dialogue. It should be a mutual conversation. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you are finding benefit in these videos. And of course, if you know somebody who might benefit from some of these crazy things I talk about, then hey, tell them about me. Please, please, please. I'd appreciate it greatly. Go out there, make a difference in the world, make a difference in someone's life. You will make a difference in your own life. And as always, ripple on. Whoa, boom. This thing's supposed to shut off with my hand. It does not shut off with my hand. Maybe it's this hand. Hello?